All right, it's August 11th, and we're coming to you live. Welcome to the MBA Show!
Remember to subscribe to us on iTunes. Today we'll unpack what the U.S. credit downgrade means to you MBAs.
I can't wait to see what happens. I'm tingling with anticipation.
No, it's going to be big. It's very, very big.
All right, so let's keep
what else?
rolling.
What else do we got? What else do we got on the show today?
We're going to be talking about
what?
Jesus!
Hey, huh? What?
I thought this was a closed set. Security? Security? Who is this? Where did you come from?
It's me, guys.
What are you doing in disguise?
Is that you?
What are you? Why are you got disguised?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a new MBA student, and
clearly.
Yeah. And
what's with the
well,
get-up here?
if you want me to say the truth, then I'm going to have to be disguised. I don't want to regret things that I'm going to say on this show. This is journalism. This is real journalism.
That does not sound like a good sign.
Well, what are these like? What are these secret feelings about the MBA that you like need to have? Like,
I love it. I really love it. I love it. I love every moment of it.
Why would you be embarrassed about that?
Yeah, why would you be embarrassed to love the MBA?
Well, all my friends they're engineers, and this is the ultimate sin.
Yes,
to them.
yes, okay. That would.
I'm afraid you're going to make too much money. They'll be jealous.
Would explain the disguise.
Yeah. I can't say anything with this. Yeah.
Well, so
all right.
I guess we'll welcome you here, secret MBA.
Yes.
And no one will know your particular identity.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate it.
So, ambiguously international MBA. Would you like to do the headlines this week?
So, our first headline. What is it?
Standard & Poor downgrade the U.S. government.
So that's right, MBAs. As you have probably heard, if you watch any other media, you'll get it. It takes some practice. Yeah. It's kind of an acquired skill.
I knew that you would be the one to announce the U.S. downgrade.
So, as you've heard, if you watch any other show other than the MBA show, the Standard & Poor's has downgraded the U.S. government. Standard & Poor's is a rating agency that measures how creditworthy various organizations are. And they've said the U.S. government, which has always had the highest credit rating, is no longer the highest credit risk, the highest credit worthiness. They're riskier to lend money to now than they were last week.
That is bullshit. Total BS. They downgraded our credit rating? The U.S. government is the safest investment you can get anywhere on the planet. We might be slightly riskier than we were last week, come on, but we downgrade the credit rating? Come on, who's higher than us? I mean, like...
Well, GE is AAA rated, so does that mean my money is safer with GE rather than the U.S. government?
So there is actually a separate rating for sovereign nations than there is for corporations. So you wouldn't actually compare them to each other. You would have to compare different countries against each other.
Huh. Well, just so happens, guys, I have printed out the list of countries that do have higher credit ratings than the United States. So I have them here with me. Help me roll these down. First one up, Austria.
Australia.
Germany.
Canada. Gotta love those
UK.
guys.
Finland.
France.
And New Zealand.
New Zealand? What
New Zealand?
How does New Zealand have a higher credit rating than the U.S.?
New Zealand?
Are you telling me that if I'm safer giving my money to Frodo Baggins than the United States government?
Well, in my country, hobbits are considered to be very trustworthy.
Where are you from again?
I'm from a faraway land. I'm from the motherland.
So who's getting screwed by this? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
So MBA, so this is maybe not all bad. So some things that are likely to happen. Well, the Fed has said they're not raising government interest rates. But if U.S. government debt is less creditworthy, then you can expect over the long term interest rates to go up and potentially inflation to go up. So if you're holding fixed rate debt already, like much student loan is, you're actually in good shape. It's going to be your job will maybe pay more. There'll be more inflation. It will be easier to pay off your fixed rate debt.
Fixed rate debt, positive.
What about me?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't have fixed rate debt? The U.S. government gives fixed rate student loans.
Yeah, most of the government fixed student loans.
I'm not from here. I'm from a faraway land.
Well, you're on your own, buddy.
Though not all hope is lost. So actually, if you're from far away, wherever you are from, one of the things is that now that the U.S. currency is worth less, and if the dollar trades for less, you're actually able to buy a U.S. education cheaper. So you're likely to be able to spend a lot less on your U.S. education. I think you actually said you did pretty well on some of your loans because you were able to take them out in your home country currency and pay for them here. So
in a faraway currency.
So it worked out. What I think is the bigger issue is that long term, I fear this is the loss of America. It'll take years, but the loss of American leadership in education, in finance, in money. I think we've shown we don't have the political and economic will to fix our house, and that our government is busted, and that's the long-term.
Aha! That's where you're wrong. I think that it's the old school U.S. economy that's busted, and I'm here to get an education in innovation, in something that will push me forward into the future.
So you still think education is worth it? It's not completely valueless?
Well, the kind of education that I'm here to get. I mean, there is a reason that Facebook and Apple and Google and Twitter are all American countries. They're
basically
not
at this point. Yeah,
they're all American companies. They couldn't have been started in any other of the AAA rated countries, including New Zealand.
That's true. If we have a company that has larger annual revenue than like the GDP of New Zealand, doesn't that mean that our country should have a higher credit rating? That should be a rule. Make it a rule.
Well, but so we are honored to have you here. And speaking of things that are still great about America, business porn,
everybody's favorite category.
Do you have business porn back in your home country?
We have business.
Yep.
And we have porn. We do not have business porn.
What's a great American invention like cake and frosting?
One of the many things that we've brought together
This is what I'm here
in this
for.
country. So what's our business porn this week, Tom?
All right. If you haven't seen it already, you need to take a trip over to leisureddive.com. It's a very, very exciting new website. Let's take a look at some of the some photos from that website.
Sneak peek. I'll hold it up for the camera in our studio audience. That's right. It's people taking photos of themselves in leisurely poses right before they hit a pool. Some of them are very, very impressive.
I love this. So the rules are basically you need to be doing a dive, so you're leaping in some way, and then while you're in midair, you want to look cash. You want to look leisurely. And then after the photo's over, you could get soaking wet in your suit.
That's the American way.
So the reason it's on the MBA show is this was created by an HBS grad with two of his friends while they were summering in the Hamptons.
Miro, I can tell that you love this idea.
This is everybody's worst stereotype about HBS grads. It's three white guys who summer. It's not a verb, and they use it as one. They summer in the Hamptons, and they came up with this idea of an entire website for people taking photos above pools, and they're all white. Every single photo on that site
No,
is of a white person.
Look at the commitment, though. This guy's got the PJs on. He has can you see the teddy bear under his arm? That is love of the craft.
I just hope that these people aren't taking themselves too seriously. I hope they have some level of self-awareness.
I don't think that could be
I hope that
any
no
more
one
true.
there thinks that this is going to last for more than half a year. They're not the next Facebook.
I think this is going the mile. I think finally we have found a sport where bankers have an edge because you can play in business attire.
Venture capitalists, they have traction.
This is the new golf.
I guess that means I guess that means funding.
Traction equals funding. All right.
So
Get that man a check.
So secret MBA. What's on your radar for this weekend?
I'm writing a business plan.
God, you are really into this MBA thing, aren't you?
Yes,
You don't like
all
really
over
ever
the
stop.
place.
My
Yes.
Miro, what's on your radar?
My wife is away this weekend, which means I get to eat all of the foods that she's allergic to. It'll be soy sauce and coffee every day.
I am going on my first scam condo tour. I'm hoping to get a free cruise out of it. I'm pretty psyched.
They are going to make you work for that cruise. If you've ever been on one of those, they are brutal.
Well, I am looking forward to it. As usual, I'm the real Tom Rose.
I'm Miro Kaz.
And I'm secret MBA guy.
Secret.
And you've been
MBA.
watching the
MBA Show.